Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. My name's Lisa. Today's reaction video is going to be a Hopsin reaction. This is for the official music video for his track Die This Way. Really looking forward to getting to this one. I have seen this popping up quite a few times on my recommended, and it's had over 17, nearly 18 million views. 234,000 likes, so this looks like it's a pretty good one to react to. So without further ado, let's get into this one and see what Hopsin has for us. Here we go.
I know. I'm completely on your side 100%.
No, you're not, man.
But in order to run the proper procedure, we're going to need some type of deductible to even start the process.
What am I supposed to tell my mom then, man? I'm supposed to just let her die?
Listen here, Mr. Hopsin. I hate being the bearer of bad news, but I don't make the rule. I'm so sorry.
Man, but...
My vision has always been golden, That's why I see the pearly gate starting to open. I ain't got no friends, cause I've been the omen. Take a look at the enemy's blood, I am soaked in. Yeah, staring back at my reflection, thinking about the hand of cards I've been holding. When I'm upset, it's hard to control it. Soon as I'm fully charged, I unload it. This shit is keeping Marcus so devoted to writing these crazy bars that you know it. I'm too steady with the juice, get the booth ready when I barge and I'm hoking. I'm no longer with Avengers, heart is frozen with some vengeance. 8 years old, I was a menace, can't get lost in all the critics. They judge it when they ain't caught about the trenches. Look bitches, I'm making dough from all the bitching. You think I would baking soda in the kitchen? It's UP and taking over is the mission. The realest and nation know the shit's encrypted. Listen, I debate. Should I smile like everything's good and pretend that life is great? Or should I let the world see real me and not hide this pain? I tried to be like the rest of y'all, sorry I just can't. I'ma probably die this way, I'ma die this way. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. You know I'ma die this way, I'ma die this way. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. You know I'ma die this way, I'ma die this way.
Wow, okay, this is really impactful. This is hitting hard. Loving the beat, first of all, and the instrumental, just his delivery of the song. I'm kind of getting the impression from like what happened at the beginning of the video where I'm assuming his, they're kind of running into debt. It's him and his mum, I'm guessing, or grandmother mum, I think mum by the looks of it. Yeah, they've got into debt and he's trying to figure out a way to pay these debts or to be able to afford different things. And he's obviously feeling that crime is the way to go to get himself out of that and to be able to pay off all of these bills and things that he owes. And that is the sad truth for, unfortunately, a lot of people, is that they will turn to crime because they're struggling for money, because they're bankrupt, because they just can't afford to survive, can't afford to just, even basic stuff like food or keeping their electricity on or keeping, water in the house, or paying their rent or their mortgage. And it's really sad, so sad. I mean, obviously I don't condone violence or crime in any way, but the fact is, yeah, sadly a lot of people do turn to that as a way to make ends meet and to try and survive. It's desperation, and that's the impression that I'm getting here, is that he's kind of targeted I don't know if he's a bank manager or CEO of a bank or something like that, and obviously knowing that he's going to be leaving the bank with a lot of money in a briefcase or whatever, so he's targeted him. He's kind of like faked an accident so that can pull the guy over and then obviously take his money. And yeah, this looks like it's going to end badly. He's literally like shot the guy and probably killed him now. So yeah, so far absolutely loving this, the whole beat, the vibe of it, just the storytelling as well. Hopsin is brilliant with that, doing things in his videos that tell a story and have a really deep message behind them as well. So let's carry on and see where this goes.
Where did my mind go? Tell me, why am I letting these bombs blow? I'm stubborn and even my mom knows that. Am I lonely? Yes, I'm on one, that's what my homies left. I live with no regrets, motherfuckers, I won't repent. Man, the other day I cussed my girlfriend's parents out. It is apparent now, they try to justify their daughter's bullshit. Well, I am raw enough to air it out. I'm intense at times in my mind, there's a Grinch inside that tells me to write offensive lines. If the shit I do doesn't make sense in your head, nigga, fuck you, cause it makes sense in mine. Yeah, think I got a little ego. If you cut me open, you will see I'm full of it. From the 818, a motherfucking Panorama City hooligan. I see the whole world and everybody looking like a duplicate. Bitch, I do me, and that's the only way you'll ever see me doing it.
I debate, should I smile like everything's good and pretend that life is great? Or should I let the world see the real me and not hide this pain? I tried to be like the rest of y'all, sorry I just can't. I'ma probably die this way, I'ma die this way. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. You know I'ma die this way, I'ma die this way. Oh,
sad because he didn't want to go down this road, but it's kind of almost the situation's forced him to. He can move. He's a great runner. He's left the money as well. He hasn't even got money.
why should I hide this pain? Sorry,
That Hopsin singing.
There isn't much that anybody else can
run
tell
it.
me. I'm the only nigga living in my shoes and this shit is overwhelming. I travel earth like a lost soul. Fire's burning as I rot slow. There ain't many I can vent to in this world. I got family but we not close, so I tell my story through a hot song. You all know to get your popcorn when I hit you with the ill mind. Neverland, that's a place you know we not going. This is struggle and pain, about me always being stuck in the rain. To be honest, I don't want it to change. I'ma take it to my deathbed up until nothing remains.
Now he's in prison. His mum's got to cope with that as well now. Sad. Oh, lethal injection. Oh. Wow. Wow. Oh, that got me quite teary. I wasn't expecting that. That was a pretty emotional video actually, and just with the song and everything, but the video really made it hit home because sadly, like I say, there's a lot of people out there that struggle to make ends meet, and it makes it worse if a member of the family is ill and they can't afford the treatment and things like, you know, in terms of his mum, she obviously had cancer and they didn't have the money to pay for a treatment and stuff, so she would have died, and he chose to turn to committing a crime in order to get the money. I mean, I kind of, you know, I sort of like said about how he ran off. He was trying to run from police and he left the money, so he didn't even have the money to get caught after all of that, to shoot a man dead as well. And you know, he didn't even have the money to show for it, but it turned out that somewhere along the way he threw it out of the window, and then his friend dropped it off. I mean, I saw him obviously as he was driving away. He got on the phone, so I presume that was to his friend. I assume that was maybe to tell, you know, going to tell him that it's gone wrong. You know, there's a guy, you know, a man's dead. It wasn't meant to be that way. But it's sort of obviously like backtracked to, you know, him throwing the briefcase of money out the window, and then obviously his friend would have passed it on to his mum. Maybe he knew that it was going to end badly. I don't know, but or it was just in case it ended badly. And the fact that he sent her flowers and stuff, roses, you know, and with a note saying the money's for your therapy. So I'm guessing that maybe he did it just in case it went bad, or he perhaps knew that, you know, he was gonna die that way. He was gonna die doing it, helping his mum. So, you know, yes, you kind of like saw her, you know, in the hospital bed about to get her chemo injections and things, and then at the same time, simultaneously, you saw him being strapped in for the lethal injection. Obviously he got the death penalty, and you saw him being injected for the lethal injection, for the execution, for the crime that he'd done. Oh, it's so sad. It's just, it breaks my heart to think that there are so many people out there that struggle with this. And I mean, I don't know whether it was kind of drawn from personal experience. Did Hopsin commit a crime? Obviously not this, because he's still alive, he didn't get the lethal injection, but did he commit a crime to try and help his family out, help his mum out, you know, back whenever? I'm not too sure. Or, you know, so is it loosely, it could be loosely based on something that he did in order to help his mum out, I don't know. Or whether it was just the concept of, you know, knowing full well that he grew up, wasn't exactly wealthy, and, you know, they struggled for money, and just to kind of drive home that point that there are people out there that sadly have to resort to things like that, they feel, to make ends meet, to pay the bills, to keep a roof over their head, to eat food, let alone treatment, medical treatment. And especially in a country where, you know, it's supposedly, you know, such an advanced, well-developed country, one of the richest countries in the world, and yet, you know, they can't, so many people can't afford to pay for medical bills, and yeah, they even struggle to pay the bills and things, just basic things that actually should be a human right. It should be automatic. I mean, over here in the UK we have the NHS, National Health Service, and I believe in Canada I think they have like a national health program, and other countries as well. But I mean, for all of the faults that the NHS might have, and there are a few things don't always go according to plan and stuff, and sometimes there are long waiting lists for operations and treatments and things, but for the most part, I mean, you could just literally walk into an accident and emergency department, or an ER as you guys probably call it over in America. You know, you could walk in or phone for an ambulance. It doesn't cost you anything. It's literally, it comes out of, you know, national insurance payment, which is, you know, very minimal every month, and you know, you get charged for it, but apart from that you don't have to pay anything extra. I think prescriptions these days are at like, is it like £10 or something, £10 something, which is what, several dollars or so, if you have to, you know, get prescriptions and things like that. And some things based on, you know, medical exemptions and you know, your age and stuff like that, a lot of prescriptions are free. So I mean, certainly as far as maternity things go, if you get anything on prescription, and you have proof of like a maternity card, if you're pregnant, those prescriptions are free. They're free to kids. I think it's up to the age of 16. I think you can get free prescriptions. So any child, you have to get a prescription for a child. For example, antibiotics, if a child's sick or whatever, they're free. You literally, you know, the doctor writes you a prescription, sends it to the chemist or to wherever you're going to pick it up from, and then you just collect it. You just sign your name to it, say all the details are right, and that's it. And you can pick it up. Phoning an ambulance is free. You can literally, nobody's afraid to like phone 999 and ask for an ambulance, or, you know, worry about it costing them a fortune in their medical bill. You know, you can have a 2 or 3 night stay in hospital for a baby or a cesarean section. It's free. You don't pay anything. So in terms of that, it's crazy the difference in such a developed country, such a rich country as, for example, the States, as America. It's so sad to think that there are still so many people struggling just for basic medical attention, medical aid, and healthcare and medicine. So yeah, I mean, very powerful song, very powerful video to go with it. Really made an impact, a huge impact. Yeah, another brilliant delivery by Hopsin. Loved the flow, loved the beat, and yeah, just the visuals and everything that went with it. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And that sounds weird saying that, because obviously it was a kind of like a sad ending in the end, but you know, it was brilliantly done. It was brilliantly delivered, and you know, the visuals to go with it were superb. So yeah, just maybe have a little bit of compassion if, you know, you hear about things like that, because you don't know what that person's situation is. It's easy to say that you won't go down that road until you're actually in it. So anyway, if you enjoyed this reaction, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up with more reactions every Thursday and Sunday, and also Tom McDonald Tuesday reactions for Tom McDonald music. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.